going to learn about flexural members of our scale members. Okay, so these are basically your flexural members are slender members that can be formed primarily by bending moments caused by concentric focus or transverse forces. So sila nag-form. So yung RC, this is very common is yung RC, rectangular beam. Okay, so there is C, then may compression block, okay, and then somewhere here is your stress, so kini sila opposing opposite direction, and then separated by some distance here, in this case D-/E/2, so this will create your movement, moment. So this is your speed. If this is your white flange, for example, okay, so ato na siya giduot dira na load. This is the upper fiber will be compressed, and then the lower fiber will be in tension. So together ay separation na, so they will create a moment which will cause your beam to bend that way, or if padulong dito ang force, move bend to sa padulong dito. Okay? So it's the same, but lain-lalo yung parameters because we are talking about steel, sa concrete tinaanin po steel. Yan. But we will be dealing with this couple sa atong steel. Nalang tayo mga equations to follow from our NACP for the combination of our nominal moment. Okay? So, of course, you know this already. Nakakala na yung paspas ng basic you have your beams, and then you have your beam columns. Okay, actually, all columns can be considered as beam columns because aside from axial forces, we also have some amount of flexure in your beam column. Okay, so for our flexural members for our steel, okay, so the same niya po na we will be computing for the nominal strength. In this case, it's our nominal moment. So the same niya po for LRFD, we will have our reduction factor. Nala is subscript na B, no? So that's denoting na bending na siya. But if another nakakutanaw, you can omit the subscript, no? As long as you know what you're doing. And it's actually the same, no? For all provisions now. In this section, your reduction factor is 0.9, and then your safety factor is 1.7 or 0.6 for your nominal flexural strength, or your nominal moment denoted by M sub n. Okay? So sa pag-compute, kaya mo by unity. So you have your Mn equals Mp times Fy. So kaya po si Fy. Okay? And then you have here different factor here on your C sub x. So instead of the typical gross area, effective area, so you will have this C sub x, in which this is called your plastic section modulus. No, I will explain later kung saan na siya. Of course, your Fy is your yield strength. Okay, and then M sub P here, no, is equals to your nominal moment. Your M sub P is actually called your plastic moment. No? So, mo na siya na naka-subscript siya P because you're calling that as your plastic moment. So, kung unsa na siya, we will try to explore in a while. Okay? And, okay, 506. Okay, so these are your typical sections that will be used for your flexural members. course, no, you will be dealing mostly with your white flash or your channel, no? And in some cases, I think I mentioned in the last session, I mentioned that there are cases in which kung tambli ko ng atong section, no? Of course, no, there are some implications of that to how we're going to compute. Okay, and then we also have those double T's, double angles and T's. But for most of the discussions here in our lecture, we will be dealing with these sections here, anak sila, siguro in some cases angle bars. Okay, so yeah, what that is, we have lateral torsional coupling. Okay, so we have our plastic moment, no? Like we mentioned ito, plastic moment. So, kasama natin siya. Before we could understand that, let's try to explore first, no, on how or what is this all about, no, sa plastic moment. Because in a while, no, you will be dealing with stress diagram. Okay, so sa inyong RC, you'll be dealing with stress diagram. So, kaya po pa rin, we'll be dealing with another stress diagram, although mas simple lang siguro ni, or mas simple lang ito, kung nalay matimbang, kasi mas listen. Okay? So, we have here a pin. So, basically, this will go back to your strength of materials, in which it derived from flexural stress equation, My over I, or if sagad din sa taas, no, that's your MC over I. So, if you cut section here, okay, familiar mo siguro ni mag-cut section, okay, so you will have this section here, no? Of course, the stress diagram of that will be something like this, no? Because unlike the concrete, no, tension side or tension zone, so still, no, remain intact naman siya. So, the neutral axis would remain in position. So you will have your stress diagram. Now, in this case, no, balance siya or ayaw pa siya naman din sa ato C, no? Kung Y pa lang siya, no? This stress diagram has not reached its full capacity yet. So somewhere in here, of course, yung may man siya distance, your flexural stress, no, is a function of your vertical distance, no, from the neutral axis. So kung gamay ni siya, gamay po ng stress. And then pag abutan na dyan sa tumoy, mudakot pa. So somewhere along the line, no, before it reaches the extreme fiber, so you will have this diagram. Again, no, equal na siya because the neutral axis is has remained on its place. Okay. But as we go along with it, it will eventually reach its capacity, and then we will go back in a while for that, because it's important part. So for the theory of plastic analysis, you have your stress here, for individual, for your stress strain diagram. Okay, so we have here our elastic stage, no, in which after the yielding, we will now proceed to the inelastic stage. So what happens here is that, again, no, wala siya fully stressed. It still has carrying capacity, no, in terms of stress. But eventually, no, we can load adding, so we can push ada. Okay, so the bending also will be more pronounced, no? And then eventually it will reach its yielding capacity, no? And then see Fy nato, no? And then from if it reaches that stage, okay, so full, so it has reached its the extreme fiber here. Okay, so medyo mudako na ang stress diagram. Okay, so eventually sige pa yapon natin load niya, no? Because we're loading that until failure. What happens is that during this stage, no, the plasticity stage, once your extreme fiber has exhausted its capacity to resist the flexural stress, what happens is that ipasa na niya dito sa fiber na wala pa na stress. Asa man na siya ang fiber dito na sa directly below sa iya. Directly below. So if this is your beam, for example, so na-stress na ni. Okay? So after that, na-stress naman ipasa na niya dito sa next niya layer. Pa na stress. Pag ma-stress na po ito, ma-exhaust na po ng stress, ipasa na po niya dito sa bigas. Sige niya ipasahan to abot na dito sa inyong neutral axis. And so sige niya ipasa no, your stress diagram will eventually have this shape. No? So, di na siya kalampas no? Because orang hiling. But ito na no, ang ato ng Y no, ang iyang tag ito. So that's why na magsige na siya pa sa taas or flat ganyan. So instead of triangular o ato ganyan, it will eventually flatten out. So pag abot din sa part, no? Okay? So it will reach its plastic moment. So, muna niron ang itawag na plastic moment. So, this is when your stress distribution will reach its full plastic distribution. So, again, when the stress distribution reaches its full plastic distribution, and then a plastic hinge, no, theoretical na siya ng hinge, no, is set to form because no additional moment can be resisted at the section. So basically, no, na-hinge yan. So if na-hinge that, okay, the beam na tayo, okay, because rotate, no, it cannot resist rotation, and in this case, no, your entire section now has been fully stressed. So that there's no more anywhere to go for your stress. So wala tayong makasahan ang inyong stress distribution. Okay, so in that case, muna siya ng plastic hinge metabo. This will finally make your beam fail. Okay, because unstable man is killing up. If you remember your C15, this will be my hinge that will be unstable structure. Okay, but for plastic hinge to form, okay, the section must be compact. So later on, we will be defining kung saan pasunod na compact. Okay, so here, no, here's your stress diagram for your plastic moment. Plastic moment. It's a bit similar to your concrete. Pero, unlike concrete na crack and tension zone, dili wala. So that's why you still have your stress zone here, no, for tension. No? But still money, so you will have your ESFY. So dili lang pila na siya because it's in tension zone. Dili po dahil it's compression zone. But still, it's still. So ES, no, the area of your steel times your yielding capacity, no, or yield strength of your. So pretty much with your, let's say, with your concrete hindi RC there. Okay. So difference lang is that hindi siya is full, no, then is at the neutral axis, and then the tension zone is also your is also full, no. And then this couple here, no, will be separated by your A. So, dili ni A katong sa RC. So, A na beta set, beta 1C, or beta C, 0.5 and C prime something. Right? So, we will have a definition of ours A in a Y. So, yung plastic moment, okay, so MP, so ano na siya, no? Yung say plastic moment, the stress diagram would look something like this. And this is something you will try to remember in our quiz or in our exam. So by the way, mention your plastic moment, of course, okay, mag-create mag-couple, so you will have a moment there. And this time it's called your plastic moment. So this is your, if you're going to rotate our compression stress here, no? So you will have there your Fy times your area of compression times your moment arm, which is A. Or in the same manner, if you're going to rotate here, so you will have your Fy times the area of tension and then your moment arm of A. So basically, you will have this, you know, you have your area over 2, no, times your Fy times your moment arm. Okay, so area over 2, namang over 2 man answer because your neutral axis is at the mid-span of your section. Okay, so muna siya na area over 2. And then you have your A here and then collectively, no, this one, A over 2 times A, small a, so we call that as your C. So this is your section, I mean plastic section modulus. Parinti rami sila atong S. Ito matong S. M over S mana for your lectural test in which your S is defined as I over C or C over I. I think it's I over C, no? Yeah, it's I over C. Okay? So, parinti. Kini lang siya is nalang ni siya ilang sa, nara ni siya sa elastic. So valid lang din for the elastic. So, but for the elastic zone, plastic zone, you will have your C. This is the plastic section modulus of your steel member. And this divides it. Okay, so going back, so we have our definition here of our yielding moment. In which our nominal moment, okay, will be equals to your plastic moment. So very similar sa inyong RC when we try to derive the nominal moment, so sa stress diagram na lang. So in this case, it can also be called as your plastic moment. Okay? And then you have your plastic section modulus here. About the x-axis, was in our derivation, no? In our derivation that ito pa na yan atong section. So this is the x-axis, for example. This is the y. So dili na siya, no? Dili na ito na siya rotate so that your beam, no? Your beam will deflect this way. So madali ang x, perpendicular sa body. Ito siya lubalog, so you will have your beam along that axis or above that axis. Okay, and then yeah, it has also some lateral torsional backplate, no, that we also need to consider also. So katong sa compression member, that's flexural torsional backplate. So sa bending pod, you have your lateral torsional backplate, and we're going to discuss ways on how to prevent that this form of buckling so that it will not be a concern anymore in your design. Okay. So what is that? So we have you have already learned that in compression or flexural torsional buckling, saan ito? I-bend niya, tapos i-twist bagay. So it's the same here, no? Kaso lang, instead of bending, itulog niya. Tulog niya inyong beam. So lateral mani, that means there's a horizontal force, okay, that will have an effect in your section. So in that case, itulog niya. And then, sabay sa pagtulog, no, your beam, no, your beam will also bend. Okay. And then this form of instability can be prevented by bracing against twisting sufficiently close interval. So instead of worrying kung saan natin siya pa-design, so what is actually happening is ato na lang siya brace para di na lang siya mag-secure. And then in order for you to do that, we have two types of bracings here. You have your lateral bracings and then you have your torsional bracings. For lateral bracing, you're going to put the you're going to place the bracing up as close to the compression flange as possible. So para din na siya, of course, hindi man namin nakadakot niya nga twist, no? Kanyang bend. Okay? So you're going to have to restrain it at this point. If possible, yun yan, is maayo. Pero kung somewhere din it's okay, no? As long as it. So not much din, no? Because kumakaya na siya yung movement. Dinigit ang iya parang tsada na i-restrain. That's for your lateral bracings. Okay? And then for torsional bracings, you have your cross frames and then you have your diaphragms as well. Okay? So for torsional, okay, so you will have there some cross frames. So this is very common if makahangat mo mga tulay, no, or flyover. You can buy these things. Okay? And in fact, no, mamaning ini-sold sa inyong C15 katong indeterminate na class, no, katong this is long and slender, ano na sila, ano niya already. Sometimes duhana or tulog na panel with this design. Okay? So you have your cross frames there. And pwede, that's applicable, no, to both concrete and steel na mga, for example, bridges. No? But we also have diaphragms, no, in which wall in siya, no? A solid wall in siya. So completely restraining the entire section of your steel member. So it can be concrete, okay, or it can be steel plate. Depende sa design, but mostly, no, for bridges sa nakita, this is very common sa mga concrete na bridges. No? So, not much kung steel ang iya beam and then na-arrange siya concrete na diaphragm. No? But kung diaphragm ganing, it should be steel also, no? Okay, with deep. So, for concrete pagni, this can be monolithic, no, pagbuhos, okay, or iapas lang na, depende. But the important thing there is that ma-fully restrain ang inyong section, no, against torsion or torsional buckling. Okay. And then you also have your floor as a form of diaphragm. So ini is wall, ini siya is floor, also considered as the diaphragm. In this case, your bracing, no, will not act really as diaphragm. It can also act as lateral bracing, no, because hindi man sa compression zone o compression flange na to restrain na nato beam. So if na siya, of course, no, by theoretically speaking, you will have basically a lateral bracing. This is why lateral torsional buckling is not a concern in RC beams. Okay? Because in your RC beams, monolithic man muna siya sa slab. Okay? So it will have this basically a straight. So di na kaya siya. If na siya slab, it will become a concern if wala siya wala siya slab, no? Wala siya open lang siya na beam, no? So but of course, no, na may mga stirrups, no, that will mga torsional provisions at code, no, that will limit the effect of lateral torsional buckling of our RC beam. So di kaya siya concern sa RC. It could be a concern, but case to case, no, but in most cases it's not a concern. But so still we have this kind of bracings, no? so that our beam will not have this failure, no, or impacting load sa yung section. Okay, so mentioned na ganina, no, of compact and compact sections. So actually there are three of them, no? So you have your compact sections, your non-compact sections, and your slender sections. Okay, slender meaning taas na yung siya, no, with respect to its cross-sectional area. Okay, and how do we define these things? So yun lahat ay mga categories. So we have here our L sub B is less than or equal to your L sub B, and then you also have your LP, no, will be from LP to LR, and then your LP greater than your LR. So sama sila mga terms yan, no? So we try to look at this diagram here. This is your moment versus length na diagram. Okay. So if your section falls within this zone here, that is your zone. It's your zone 1. So forgot the meaning of LE. LB is your unraised length. Okay, unraised length, no, unraised, no. Wala siya mga tuko sa kilid, no, kasi straight sa kilid. So that's your unraised length. Okay, and then we will have some certain equations here later on, so that we can identify which part of the diagram is your section. Okay, so you have your LC, okay, here, and then your initial diagram. This is your zone 2, and then pag-abutin ni na side will be your zone 3. So sa zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, you have your full plastic moment, and then you have your inelastic lateral torsional for zone 2, and then you have your elastic lateral torsional buckling for your zone 3. So ito na nito slender na yung siya na section. So by definition, okay, you will have this, you're going to test, no, our section in terms of its dimensions or its flanges or sa web. Okay, so we have some testing to do, no, depende sa section. So how do we test if it's compact? Okay, so we investigate, no, the width to thickness ratio. Okay, and then you have your lambda p for the upper limit for the compact, and then your lambda n for the non-compact category. And then you have these limits here. Okay, so if your lambda, also if your width to thickness ratio is less than your lambda p, the shape is said to be a compact section. Otherwise, it's not compact or slender. No? So, if your width to thickness ratio is greater than this one, the upper limit of your non-compact category, your shape is slender. And each one of these, no, compact, non-compact, slender, will have a different form of equations to be used for its combination for the plastic moment, no, or your nominal moment. Before we go that, no, what is this width to thickness ratio? So we're going to test our section, no, typically for our wide flange sections. Okay, so we have a test for the flange. We also have a test for the web. Okay, so width to thickness money. So we are basically investigating against the width, no? Width money versus thickness ay ang flange. So hindi ka magkaro, no? But that is, ano karo din? This is T sub F.
Yes.
Okay, so This is the width to thickness ratio of your flange. Okay, so B, this one, and then your thickness. Okay, and then so web also, you have your height, and then the thickness of your web also. Okay, so the lambda B here, this is your category for the upper limit for your compact category. It is expressed in this equation, 0.38 is square root of E over Fy. So, matulungan ninyo yung memorize na ano. So, kung sa inyo na-memorize na naimaris na 4.71 E over Fy. Hindi po ito na 0.38. So, ayun lagi, rumble ha. Okay, and then 0.3.76, 0.5.7, 0.1. So, ayun lagi, rumble. So, sige lang kung solve, you can memorize that definition. Okay, so one thing that you should note is that if your member is compact, no, hindi sa yung flange, no, when we test it, kung compact siya sa flange, and then kung compact po siya sa web, the section is a compact section. No? Pero kung ang flange is compact and then ang web is non-compact or slender, the section is automatically be categorized as non-compact or slender. So dapat compact ni sila duha for the equation using the compact sections to be valid. Okay, so sama sila ng mga equations. Let's look at the diagrams here because we will be looking at this in a while. So for the flanges, okay, so kung ano 0.38 C1. Kung ano siya din 0.38 C1. Okay, and then some clarifications lang sa iyang definition here. So although width to thickness ratio man siya, no? So in our code, if the definition of our width, no, is basically half lang sa flange. Okay? So dili siya full. Okay? That's why you have your dili no, okay, 1/2 na nato consider. I don't know why no, 1/2 plus na saya na kasunod na. But as for the width to thickness ratio, so half lang sa B, and then you have your thickness that's for your flanges. And then for flexion flanges, also against the same here. Okay, and we also have some for double angle. Okay, so it says they're not applicable for compact. So I think non-compact is siguro lang kung yan ang angle or double angle. And then we go to the next diagram in which tatlo ganina is your flange man. So this second diagram is for the web. Okay, so for the web we have here our case number 9, flexion in web for doubly symmetric I-shape sections. That includes your wide flange sections. Okay, so for the compact limit, we have the 3.76 square root over Fy, and the non-compact we have. So careful lang ta sa H because this H is not the true height of your section. No? So by definition sa inyong RC, H is equal the extreme fibers. No? So initial din o ini yung H. Okay. And then this one here is your D. So napoy version na itong steel. No? So kung steel, dahil po diyan, sa malupit. But this is your, ito kayo magbago yan. This is your wide flange section. Okay? If you look at closely your wide flange section, okay, in actual, hindi yung corner dito, it's not actually 90 degrees na corner. So nana siya More mature na gamay. Okay? Reason for that is to minimize shear, no? Okay, dili man sa corner ang sa shear. To minimize that. Di lang kaya dako, no? Because your section will become heavier. Dako nangyari yung group, so you better shift to the katong section dito, mas paano ito siya, inahanap ang iya surato, no? So, provide lang siya. Naan siya yung particular distance. Okay? So, this distance here, no? Tama ko diyan. That is what you call your A. And same po din sa boss, no? Din na distance A. Okay. So, unsa man na si H. Anak na si H will be this distance here. So, it's not the height or depth of your section, but rather mag-minus pa. So for your H, you have your D, which is the entire depth of your panel, or still the entire depth of your section. You can find this at table also. Minus 2K dahil. So something K, no, it's current distance, and you also have that in your table because we cannot compute that. No? So kailangan find out sila na values. Okay? So you have your H here divided by your the thickness of your. So again, the height is not this height, D minus the thickness, but rather you have your curve distance to consider. Just feelings of curve. Mention that before. Okay? That's your curve distance. Okay, so we now go to compact section, no? So assuming compact atom section, and again, going back to this diagram, we have 3 zones to consider in which it will be particular with kung asa sa narita sa iyang unraised leg na kaha or katong LP o CLR. Okay, so for zone 1, your yielding capacity or your nominal moment in this case is atong dimension ganina, which is your Fy times Zx. That is equals to your plastic moment. And then again, sa recap, your Z sub x is your plastic section modulus, in which kanina it's defined as ito. Total area divided by 2 times your A there. So after that you need to divide later. So your A is the centroidal distance between your 2 centroids, no? So centroidal distance between 2 centroids, no? So sabay pasamot ana. Okay. So notice here that A, no, would come from the centroid of this compression block. Okay. And then ang iya po bigger side is the centroid po of our tension niya block. Okay. So centroid, no? Centroid sani of centroid na natin. So muna yung centroidal distance. Okay. So how do we compute that in a while, no, sa atong example na siya para compute. Okay? So you have some test to do, no? So the test naman muna na compact ba siya or non-compact. And you found out that your section is compact, no, based on the width to thickness ratio ng mga equations. So if you found out that it's compact, you're going to test again, no, based on the bracing of your section. section or beam. So if your unbraced length is less than LP, LP daw is the limiting laterally unbraced length for the limit state of yielding. So medyo split, mas sakta na siya in an example, no? But we also have our definition for LP. Okay? So LP daw, okay? So you have your unbraced length, and then you're going to compute for your LP. So first LP is here, no? So you have your 1.76 r sub y times the square root of E over Fi. So if your unbraced length is proven to be less than this value, then you're going to use zone 1, your nominal moment. I mean your nominal moment, no, for zone 1 is that one of Fy Cx. Okay. However, no, you need to test also for LR. Before you can makakonclude that your section is within zone 1 only. I mean, kung zone 2 rin, no? If mag-zone 2 na ta, you need to test for your LP and as well as your LR also. No? So you have them for zone 2. Okay? So for zone 2, your unbraced length, no, should be within the range of your LP and LR. Okay? And then if it's found out to be in between that, no? By the way, your LR is where is that? Okay, your LR is in. Okay, that one, so you 195 RTS times K over 0.7 Fy times the square root of JC over SX 8O times hindi pa tayo, no? Okay, so you need to memorize this, by the way.
Oh my God.
So if your unbraced length, no, is within this region, no, between your LP and your LR, you have zone 2, which you're going to compute the nominal moment capacity using this equation here. Okay, so you have your CB times MK, blah blah blah, blah LP, LR here. But this entire thing here should not be greater than your plastic moment. So once kinsa man si plastic moment, balik ka din nila. So eventually, mag-compute yapon mo for your plastic moment because you're going to compare your MN for zone 2. Dapat din siya mula sa plastic. Mula pa sa galing, you're going to use this one because this is the limiting value. Okay? And then if it's zone 3, okay, by the way, no, some notes in CB, we're going to explore this also, no? But in most cases, if given a moment diagram, we will be using a CB equals to 1 because this is dependent on the moment diagram of your beam. But the problem will say, no, if you want to, if we use the CB is equals to 1 because it's actually permitted in our code, no, to use just a CB of 1 or conservative man sa So for zone 3, in which your unbraced length is greater than your LR, it will now have another equation. No? So FCR, FCR, in which your FCR is not the compression, your vertical stress, it will be defined by this equation. So luckily for you, I don't think we will reach zone 3 anymore. So we need not worry about the equation. Okay, for zone 3, so most likely, kung nakita lang, zone 1, zone 2 ra itong computations. Okay? So that's compact section. So, napunta ng compact in which maglahi po na iyang mga equations sa but fortunately for you, again, mura din nagamit sa non-compact section. I'm not sure sa inyong board exam if maabot pa mo, but just in case po ito nga sa inyong board review, it's actually here. We have some code provisions for our non-compact sections and as well as your slenderness section. So, medyo na-delay ang display. Okay. So, we also have there for different zooming for slender sections. Okay. So, we now go to sample problem. Isa lang siguro lang. Adi tayo ni magkuha pang data. We need to learn first how to determine the plastic